All right. So last night I saw Elevation. There was no pre-screening for this movie, by the way. It was not pre-screened for critics. I went and paid to see Elevation, which is a movie that you could compare it to A Quiet Place in the sense that humanity has been wiped out. 95% of the world's population is wiped out as creatures, these hulking creatures that oddly enough, kind of look like the CG creatures from A Quiet Place, are roaming the earth, killing everything. They are killing humans only. But they stop. There's a barrier when they get to 8,000 feet. So anything below 8,000 feet is prone to being murdered. Everything above 8,000 feet, that is, you are safe. So, populations and pockets of humans are living above 8,000 feet have found a way to survive. There are all these different communities, and Anthony Mackie is the lead in this. He is the father to a young son who has a medical issue. Is probably he needs medical supplies to survive, so he must go on a journey below 8,000 feet to get more medical supplies to help save his son. So Anthony Mackie, I don't remember the names of the characters. So he's the lead character. Morena Baccarin from the Deadpool movies. She plays a scientist who lost her entire family. She is trying to find a way to dispense with these creatures. Maddie Hassan plays another young woman who lives in the community, and they go off with guns to find a pathway, staying below 8,000 feet for as little time as possible so they can get the medical supplies they need to save Anthony Mackie's son in this small community. There are other communities all, above 8,000 feet. They stay in touch with flags. These flags, they communicate with each other, and technology is gone. They have to use candles, and it's what they can scavenge is all they have. So they go on this journey trying to stay above 8,000 feet. There's an action sequence where they're evading the trio is evading the creatures where they're on a ski lift, which was pretty cool. But it's a 90-minute, very predictable sci-fi story that is influenced by other sci-fi movies that I thought were better movies, like A Quiet Place, including the most recent Quiet Place with Lupita Nyong'o, which I thought was very good. So this doesn't reach the heights of any of those movies. It was produced by Anthony Mackie, and I've always liked him as an actor. As Falcon, he's great. As Cap, remains to be seen. But I like him. I've always liked him in the role as Falcon. He's turned up in other movies where I really like him. He does have the charm. The cast is what carries it. Anthony Mackie, Morena Baccarin, and Maddie Hassan. Although I'll say this, the two women, Morena and Maddie, just act like dudes. I feel like the script was written with all male cast, and they changed it. There's a scene where Morena gets mad at Maddie. They punch each other in the face. I've never seen girls fight like that. I've seen girls fight in real life. I've seen TikTok videos of women fighting. They were fighting like men. It was very strange. And then they had very human moments where they're bawling their eyes out. I feel that this is like, and the thing is this, I'm not going to give away the ending, but it feels like they're setting this up to be a franchise, and there is a mid-credit sequence, but this is derivative of better movies. I thought the story was very weak, and the creatures look CG. As you pointed out earlier, the first CG we saw in a movie that was used to make dinosaurs, Jurassic Park, the best. And it's like, it hasn't gotten better since that. What made that so great? And now CG in movies today is just, I feel like the standards that were set, it's when it's really good. In this, it looked CG. It really looks CG. So this is a bare recommend for this if you're looking. I mean, the one thing that saved it for me, the running time. Because it was 90 minutes, it didn't overstay its welcome. It wasn't boring. The action sequences were legit, tense, but I was never scared because the creatures look so CG. It's like a sci-fi channel movie with good actors, with actors I like. I in particular Anthony Mackie. But so a bare recommend, probably a 5 or 6 out of 10 for me. But it is in theaters without a lot of fanfare. I've barely seen any ads. I didn't even see the trailer very much, but
I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer in other movies.
The trailer is as advertised, but again, being so short, it doesn't overstay its welcome. The action sequence, including in particular, there's one in a tunnel and there's one on a ski lift. Those are really good. But all in all, it's and it does world building to present. Like I did like that they didn't completely explain the creatures. There were theories, but no explanation. And there was a tease at the end about what they might be. And that was cool. But then the movie just ends and kind of sets up the sequel. So bare recommend and a low recommendation, but it's a good distraction, 90-minute sci-fi that honestly, I can't say I didn't have a good time. Did have a good time. Just, very derivative is probably the weakest part. Let's go to your comments here.
Well, I'm just saying, I think I am feeling tired of this genre of film. I think Arcadian, as much as I liked Arcadian, it still felt derivative of A Quiet Place, which I assume you could claim that it's a derivative of Alien if we go all the way back. I'm getting tired of it. And that's kind of how I felt about watching the trailer for this one. I've seen this before. And we're not doing anything necessarily to elevate or upgrade the genre in any way.